If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkill's tutorial guides from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we are bringing back my pretty little lady here, the TBM-930, and we're going to take it up the East Coast. We're over at Marshfield Municipal Airport and we're going to go up to Boston Logan. We're just going to take a cruise straight up the coastline. We're going to keep it down pretty low and just sort of enjoy a fun flight in the TBM. Nothing too crazy, nothing too drastic, just enjoying this gorgeous aircraft. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so jumping into the seat here, let's make sure we do our pre-flight checks here. We have throttle / condition lever in the cutoff position. Flaps are retracted. Landing gear handle. Where is my landing gear handle? When did I become an idiot here? Hello. It'd be the gray thing that's staring me right in the face. Landing gear handle is down. Parking brake is set. All anti-ice and inertial separators are turned off. AC or air conditioning system, we want to be in the off position for engine start. Pressurization switch is off. Hot airflow also on the floorboard for engine start. I'm not quite sure where that is, honestly. I'm guessing that means that the air that comes out of it is pretty intense. Alternate static air source pushed in and closed. All circuit breakers pushed in and closed. All doors, seals, hatches, jettison seats, ejection seats, weapon systems, all disarmed. Okay, let's come up top. Oh no, what happened? My camera views are gone. That is not fair. Whoop, back it up, bring it up. Just back it up, give it a little backaroony. Control-Alt N2 to save the view here. All lights external and internal are turned off. Crash bars down, battery switch off, generator source off, starter switch in the off position. Ignition needs to be set to the off position. Auxiliary boost pumps are off. Fuel selection set to manual. Autopilot and trim systems are set off. Emergency locator transmitter set in the arm position, and oxygen is off for engine start. Whew, that was a mouthful, buddy, let me tell you. All right, let's go ahead and bring the crash bar up. We're going to go ahead and turn the battery on, turn the generator source on, set back down into, oh my goodness gracious, all of my precious camera views. I wonder how they all got messed up, but they are absolutely trashed. All right, Control-Alt and 1 for that one. There we go. All right, so coming back downstairs for just a second here, we're going to do a quick lights test on the landing gear handle, make sure that we get all flashing and all that good jazz. Check that the gear is down. 3 flashing green lights indicating it is down and secured, meaning that we are safe for taxi and movement and just the overall weight of the aircraft on the airplane, which I've heard is a good thing. And let's see here. We've already done all that good jazz, so we are set and ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and turn on the MFD here. Now, I personally like a full screen. Oh, that's the PFD. Let's go to the MFD, full screen. There we go. All right, set our altimeter pressure. Today in Marshfield, we're at 3004. And we'll go ahead and set our departure and destination information just to make sure we have it in case we get lost, because it is me flying, and so really there's no telling what's going to happen. So we are KGHG, I think is what it is. Gosh, I always forget the ICAO here. I've flown out of here a couple times. Pretty little place. KGHG, yep. All right, get rid of that guy. And Kilo Hotel Golf Hotel KGO. Did that backwards. Golf Hotel Golf. There we go. Hey, Marshfield Municipal. And let's go to enter. Come down to add destination. And we're going to KBOS for Boston Logan. I am Logan. No, I wish I was Wolverine. I'm not that cool. All right. And let's come on down. Let's make sure we have enough fuel on board to support the flight. Fuel, what we got on board today? 71 US gallons in each tank. That is more than enough for our little flight here today. Keeps things very, very simple. Let's come on down here. Let's go to our payload. Cargo, let's just say we're doing like 35 pounds. We've got our flight bag. Okay, and take off. Fuel on board. Sink it. 150 gallons. Max takeoff weight exceeded. I agree. Is it really 150 pounds? I don't believe that. Actually, it says we got 1,000 pounds of fuel on board. Oh, 150 gallons. 1,008 pounds. Why are we overweight? Come down here for a second. Come here. Something's not set right. Total max takeoff weight, 5,900 pounds. And this is saying that we are 25,000 pounds. Let's go find out what's going on here. Payload. 8 passengers. We don't have 8 passengers. Equals 1,000 pounds. All right, we're going to set that down to 1 passenger. It's just us today. Still 23,000 pounds. That doesn't make sense. Crew plus stores, 325 pounds. Basic empty weight, 23,389 pounds. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. I'm going to look that up online real quick. Let's find out. The reason why we're doing this is because as I am adjusting the Longitude guide, I'm also working on the TBM-930, as many of the changes are very similar. So let's do this. We're going to go to Google, look up the TBM-930, and let's do this. I'm actually going to look up TBM-930 empty weight. Let's see what it says she weighs. Zero fuel weight shows 6,000 pounds. Now she's probably not... Yeah, no. Let's see here. Maximum takeoff weight is 6,500 to 7,300 pounds. I want to know what it weighs empty. Why aren't you guys giving me this? Specifications. Empty weight, there we go. 4,600 pounds is what the TBM-930 should weigh. So we're going to set the empty weight, and we're going to go 4629 is what I just saw online. So we're going to throw that in there, and that should be significantly better. We should be way under. There we go. That's more like it. Takeoff. All right. Fuel on board. We already did that part. Excellent. All right. And these are the things that I am looking for when it comes time to adjust everything, you guys. So we are working on this pretty steadily. I am doing the Longitude and the TBM-930 guide simultaneously. As like I said, many of the changes go hand in hand. And this is just one of those little things, is knowing how to change some of this stuff. So let's go to the home page, and let's see here. That's really all I'm worried about today. We're not going too crazy. You don't have to worry about charts. We're not doing a sim brief flight plan. We do need to do the speed bugs. All right, so rotation speed, it's got at 90 knots, even though it's probably honestly going to be a bit on the fast side, but we'll go ahead and leave it as default today and see how she performs. I'm willing to bet she wants to pick up with as light as we are. I'm guessing right around 70 knots. We'll see her want to lift off. Now, I do have a chart for this. I'm doing this because I want to see what the aircraft does with the default settings, because I know a lot has changed. It's been a long time since I've really flown the TBM, really gotten after it. Okay, so where's my... That does not look right. That looks really weird. There we go. Let's choose that one instead. That's a little bit better. All right, so let's get engine start going on here. And once again, I want that on... Why is my MFD still on split screen? I don't want a split screen. It's PFD over there. There it goes. That's what I wanted. Thank you. All right. And map settings. Let's turn the detail down a little bit. I don't normally like all the little jazz and stuff on it. And let's go back to the PFD over here and set that back to full screen. There we go. Okay, let's have some fun. All right, engine start. Bing. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the nav lights on. We can turn the pulse lights on, although you don't technically have to. Let's see, we've already got battery, we've already got generator. Let's set this ignition into the auto position auxiliary boost pumps to on. Make sure the nice clear prop. Let these guys know out here, guys and gals, looks like, or maybe two gals. Let these gals know that we are getting ready to start our engines up. And let's give her a crank. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Let the music start. And we got rotation. Watching that NG. Coming to low cutoff or low idle. Going into high idle. Torque coming back down, moving on over to fly idle. How about that? Good start. Air conditioning system come back on. Pressurization system goes to max diff or auto. Max diff will pressurize the aircraft as rapidly as possible, but can make things a little uncomfortable. I cannot talk today. Let's match our altimeters. 3004. Flight directors. Stall heater, pitot heat, inertial separator. And let's come up top. Now we have a good start. Ignition goes to auto, auxiliary boost pumps to auto, fuel selection goes to manual, autopilot trim and autopilot and trim systems on. And yes, oxygen gets turned on the TBM-930 at engine start according to the Real World's Pilot's Operational Handbook. The handbook. I told you got some cool stuff for the TBM. Okay. And let's see here. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that we're ready to go have a fun flight in the TBM. So let's go have a fun flight in the TBM. Let's check control surfaces. Boom, 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 boom. Rudders are responding. Prop is responding. You know what time it is, guys. It is time to taxi. So let's turn our lights on. No track IR today. Unfortunately, my track IR is being stupid. I don't know why. Alright, we don't set our flaps or anything like that until we reach the runway because the wings on the TBM are so low to the ground that you don't want any debris from the propeller coming up and hitting the flap control surfaces. So we wait until we're literally taking the runway before we drop our flaps. So we are ready for taxi. Parking brake released. Oh, oops, if I have the right button. There we go. Now it's released. Alright, and we're just going to mosey on out to the right here. Oh, easy little throttle. Aren't you just a happy little fella? We got winds variable at 3 knots today, but for the most part, they seem to be coming from the east, so. She definitely seems a bit more powerful today. She's in a mood. Getting all saucy. Like I said, this aircraft is probably, at the moment, still my favorite plane in the simulator. I don't fly her as much as because there's been so much else going on, but just something chill about it. It's like a Lamborghini in the sky is how I always describe it. It's fast, it's fun, it's got the props, still got enough of that general aviation feel. Although I would like to see like a TBM-840 or something like that. The 840 or 850? I can't remember which one it is. Super excited for the SimWorks Studio PC-12. That's going to be an awesome aircraft. Absolutely phenomenal. Going back to the basics with that one. Still got the cool turboprop high altitude functionality, and yet primarily steam gauge analog controls. It's got a couple of glass cockpits in it, or glass screens in it, not glass cockpits. Glass screens in it, but nothing in comparison to like some of the aircraft we're used to here right now. All right, and as we lock her down here, let's move our camera back up. Boom! Flip that strobe light on. Landing lights come on. Doing another quick sweep, making sure we got everything that we need to have here. And I think we are good to go, folks. So, let's come on over here. Set flaps for takeoff. And let's go have some fun. All right, we are literally going to line up and rock and roll. Takeoff power set. Center line on. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, she's loose already. Oh yeah, I could have picked up probably about 70 knots. I barely even touched it. Landing gear coming up. Flap speed coming up. Looking for 124 knots for climb out. Pull her up, pull up, pull up. There we go. Let's sort of hold it. It looks like right around 15 degrees-ish. Climbing through 1,000. Coming left. Like I said, we're going to keep it pretty low today. Just enjoy. Pull some torque back. She's getting mad at us. Still coming back. There he goes. Master caution's cleared. Inertial separator gets turned off now. Such a beautiful plane. Stick up to 6,000. We'll sort of hang out down low. For a prop plane, she climbs nice and fast. This is a really wonderful turbo prop. Just grips it, rips it, tips it, shreds it. Whatever cool word you can think of to put in there. That's a TBM. Alright, come up on altitude, pitching nose down. Hey, yo. And pulling some power back here. Let's bring it down to about 70% power, or torque. Ooh, We're going to geek out here up at Cruise, guys, and just sort of talk some cool airplane stuff here while we're here. So, let's lock in our altitude. Altitude hold. Autopilot yaw damper on. Heading mode. Give it a tap. Lock it in. Lock it up. Alright, let's back up because I am ruining the window view. There we go. That's better. And let's see here. Torque, 85%. Let's bring it down. Slow her down a bit more. 74, I can live with that. That's good. Everything else stays on because we're going to stay below 10,000, so all of our lights will stay on, all that good jazz. Don't have to worry about pressure today. Just sort of enjoy ourselves and soak it up. So, cool information, you guys. We have the, I've got another video coming on the Octavi, or otherwise the developer named the world's smallest cockpit. No, it's not a full cockpit. It's really an autopilot system with a few other functionalities. We've got a really cool video that I'm going to be doing about it because it also works with MobiFlight. The developer is also in communication with SPAD.next, trying to create a system where it will function with SPAD as well, for those of you who are interested like myself. But it also works with MobiFlight. This is the first time I've ever used MobiFlight, and that's why I sort of waited a minute before getting another video out. So give me another day or so, and we're going to have a second video on that where you guys get to see it a bit more feature-rich, and the ability to sort of customize the profiles in your own desire based on MobiFlight and its capability. MobiFlight is a free software that interacts with things like Arduino boards and other custom DIY electronic systems. So really slick program, it really is. A little confusing for someone like myself who's never been into it before, and so that's why I'm sort of deep diving into it, because I want to also be able to show you guys how to do some of that stuff when we get to that. So that's going to be a ton of fun. Like I said, SimWorks Studio PC-12, guys, can't wait for that aircraft to come out. That's going to be a really big one. We're definitely going to be jumping on a guide for that particular aircraft. I really can't tell you guys very much about it, but I can tell you that I'm in contact with the developer and I have some pretty cool information on the aircraft, and you guys are going to be really, really excited. So for no other reason, hopefully, than to pump up your hype train, the SimWorks Studios PC-12 is going to be an absolutely fantastic aircraft. It's going to be fantastic. We just have to wait for the green light from the developer to release it, and you guys are going to go wild, I promise. If you're like myself and you've been looking for a really high quality, high fidelity turboprop like the TBM-930 here, but better, and far more feature rich and far more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess advanced in its development in the software. The PC-12 is definitely going to be an aircraft for all of us. I cannot wait to get my hands on it and fly it. The Cessna Citation Longitude guide that we were talking about, guys, it is, I know I said that I was going to have it out last week, and I decided to do it in tandem with the TBM-930 because so many of those changes, like I said earlier, are going hand in hand. They really are very, very similar aircraft when it comes to the 3000 and the 5000. Certain of the screens and the menus are a bit different, but the overall layout and performance of the two avionics suites are actually pretty identical. So we're going to have an update to both the TBM-930 guide and the Cessna Citation Longitude guide, hopefully out by the end of this week. The Cessna Citation Longitude guide, in fairness, is just about wrapped up. There are certain things that I'm sort of using it as a test bed. I flew the Longitude again last night, and still ran into a couple of oddities that I'm sort of looking into, is why I'm holding off. There's some discrepancy that I'm finding between the V speeds that have been calculated by the avionics suite and the V speeds that, according to the pilot's chart system, which I got a hold of, and I can't tell you how, but I got a hold of it, and they're not quite, I mean, they're close. They're close enough, and I think that it's probably just fine. But a couple things that I'm still testing in regard to that, so that's kind of fun. It actually has been fun being able to deep dive back into the guides again. Live streaming, guys, we're going to start live streaming like crazy. I really had a great time last week. I've missed it, and so I want you guys to sort of, if you guys can, go down the links in the description below and join the Discord, and then just come on and chat with me, and feel free to message me direct and tell me what kind of live streams you guys would like to see. We're definitely going to be doing NeoFly. It's a fun, easy way to pick up some flights and sort of decide what we want to do here. I think that would be a fun way to do it. We are already here. I wasn't quite expecting to go that fast, so let's go ahead and start a descent. Anyway, so yeah, let me know. We're actually going to be doing a live stream later on today, but by the time you guys see this video, it's probably either already, the live stream is already happening or it's already happened. But we're going to be live streaming again tonight, and I'm going to be bringing it back. For the moment, we're going to be sticking with Twitch, although we may be making a move to a new platform. Stop complaining about the landing gear. It's because I pulled the throttle back too far. I really think that it's time to sort of move on. I've seen a lot of stuff about Twitch from far, far larger streamers than myself that aren't particularly happy. I'm nowhere near in the realm of big enough where I should be particularly concerned about it, but it's still one of those things that's like, yeah, you know, you never know. So there's a couple cool apps that are coming out. I am going to try streaming directly to YouTube as well. So let me know what you guys think about that. YouTube I've just always had struggles with in the past. It's always been very difficult for me to get a good stream going on YouTube. Did I want that? I want Logan International. There we go. 3004-140-7 knots. Let's see here. 140, so that would be coming in from the east. So much like we saw over at Marshfield. Okay. So we'll circle around and land towards the water. But, anyway, so some really fun stuff that we're going to start working with here. We're going to also be doing some further VR content. We're going to be bringing back another video with the Crystal. The Crystal, I've been really impressed with lately. I've been testing around, getting my settings dialed in and things like that. And on the 4080, it is definitely starting to show its music. I've been very impressed with it. I've been very happy with it lately. It was a struggle, that is for sure. There was a lot of tweaking I had to do, a lot of messing around, I would definitely say that if you're interested in working with something like the Crystal, then make sure that you're using something like, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can I not think? OpenXR. Do not try to use Steam VR with the Crystal. Even if you're on a 4090, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, for you 4090 guys, you can do pretty much whatever you want. But I think even then, you would benefit from using OpenXR as opposed to anything else. Let's see, where's our runway? There it is. I actually flew out to Boston a few years back for a training for work, and we landed coming this way. I came in on American Airlines, and we came in from the east, excuse me. And it was really, really creepy. It was my first time coming in on an overwater approach. As these start getting like right in this region, from the first time ever experiencing it, man, it looked like we were going to hit the water. It gave me a moment of pause, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, we were safe. Obviously, the pilots definitely know what they're doing. I have no doubt of that. But it was just like one of those, like, if it's your first time coming over the water like that, it's creepy. It's a little unsettling. Such a beautiful area. If it wasn't for all the storms and things like that, I would want to live by the ocean, but just the nice thing about Tucson is I don't get any of the natural weather crap that nobody wants. The only thing we get is we get the heat, but that's about it, man. It's a windy day today. Very windy day today. Also, I've got a bunch of flight sim gear, guys. There was a comment I made in the community post that is for sale. If you guys are interested, please consider checking that out. Prices are negotiable, so if you guys see a price of something that you don't want to pay, but you're willing to pay something different, by all means, reach out. And the only reason why I'm doing the guys is it's just sitting in a closet, and I'd like to see somebody get some use out of it. But let's see here what we got. A lot of it was used for a review and then never touched again, so I've only got so much room for that stuff in my cockpits here. Alright, start pulling some power off here. Looking for 175 knots and we'll drop the flaps. This is stage 1. Let's turn the initial separator back on. That'll kill some of the torque too. 190 knots, not quite where I'm looking for yet. Go ahead and start turning a base turn here. And there's flaps 1. Goodness gracious, girl. Stop it. Whoa, what was that? I didn't know any better. That felt like a wind shear. Landing gear coming down. We're at about 150 knots. This is fun. I'm glad I decided to do this. I like the TBM. There's just something about it. I really enjoy this aircraft. We're looking pretty good. A little low on the approach now, but other than that, not bad. Actually, even then, it's not terrible. Pulling power off a little bit more. We're going to use the small one today. So I was going to go for the big one, and then I decided, you know what, the other one makes more sense. But so sort of crossing traffic here. In real world conditions, there would be a lot of airplane really pissed off at me. Let's go full flaps. Help get us a bit more stability on that low speed. Man, we're just getting kicked all over the place. Yaw damper off for landing. Get that 90 knots as close as we can. There's visual approach. It is bumpy. Gosh darn. No, 17 or 11 knot crosswind. Whoa. Alright, let's see if we can get closer to 85 knots now for the approach. I'm also going to be doing another video tomorrow, you guys, on my NextLevelRacing Flight Pro cockpit. I've done a lot of modifications and sort of got things set the way I like it now, and I really think that it's pretty good bang for the buck, especially if you're wanting something that's more or less ready to go out of the box. A couple little tweaks and things I've had to do, but I think you guys will like it. Look at this crosswind. Look at that slip. Kicking that tail right around the corner. Come on, get down, baby.
500.
Damn. I don't think I've ever been kicked around this much. Holy crap. Get that left wheel down first. Oh, easy. Holy crap. Oh. Kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it. Whoo. That was powerful. Well, someone just followed me. I didn't realize I had my my stream alerts on, but hey, thanks for the follow. That's a follow on Twitch right there. All right, well, I'll be seeing them soon, hopefully. All right, let's get the flaps up. Get off the actives, although I doubt that one's an active. Come on, turn, baby. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to take it on over, shut it down, but I hope you guys at least enjoyed the little flight. Like I said, it wasn't meant to be much, just something fun, something relaxed and chill. I haven't done it in a while, without a whole lot of detail and just sort of messing around in a fun plane. I kind of forget how much fun I have with the TBM-930 and wanted to get back into it. And I've been doing a lot of the guide work, so every flying that I've been doing has had, you know, that instructional purpose and diving detail. I haven't really just enjoyed it. And after messing around a little bit this morning, messing around with the guide, I decided, you know what, I kind of just want to go for a flight and just chill and screw around. So, as always, guys, stay safe and healthy. Stay tuned for the next one. Be sure to follow on Twitch and watch out for those live streams. I'd love to talk to you guys. And stay safe and healthy. See you in the next one.